Alright, today we're going to be planting these water lily sprouts here. As you can see, they've started growing some roots here, so that means it's time to start planting, and they're going to need some sort of substrate here. And they're also growing a tuber from there, so they'll be coming out more of these leaves, so we got to plant them here. Let's get started with it. Alright, here we have a nice deep piece of pottery here. I've used this one before, as you can see by the hard water marks, and also it's plugged at the bottom so it doesn't leak out of the drainage hole. It's usually used for plants, but it works just fine. First thing we're going to do is get some topsoil, so make sure the topsoil that you're getting has nothing added to it, so no fertilizers and no pesticides. So if you spray anything outside, do not use the topsoil. You can go buy some. Just make sure it's organic topsoil. Alright, so in the bottom of your container here, you're going to want a good 2-3 inches of substrate, or this dirt soil here. You just kind of get any of these big chunks of wood and rocks out of here. Just reduce the amount of decaying stuff. If you have really soil that's really compact and got a lot of clay in it, it's actually going to be better for this kind of thing, because water lilies come from areas with very clay-rich soils. Alright, now once you've added 2 or 3 inches of dirt to the bottom of this, you're going to add Osmocote PLUS into here. It's a slow release fertilizer. Add a good amount in there. It all depends on what kind of soil you've got where you live. I know where I live, I have very nutrient deprived soil, so I need to add fertilizers to this in order to make this work. But if you live in a place that's got very nutrient clay rich soils, you probably won't have to add any fertilizers. But if you're not sure, then you can add fertilizers if you need to. Okay, that should be good. Mix it in, get a nice amount of get that all in there good. Alright. Right, now that you've added the soil and the fertilizer to the bottom of the container, now it's time to cap it. The best option is to use a fine sand, and you can choose whatever color you want. I'm going to use pea gravel because it's the only thing I have right now, and I got a lot of it, and it should work pretty well. But fine sand is what I suggest, the best option. You're just gonna right on top here. And you want a good, at least a ½ inch. Don't go too much though. You want around, a perfect amount is probably ½ inch. So, I'm gonna add this in. Okie dokie, now that we've added that cap on top, we're going to plant the water lilies in here and then slowly fill it up. Alright, so I've filled her up to how high the water lily pads are at now. And I turned the water pressure a little high, so it did accidentally go into the, go through the cap on accident. But you can avoid that by just simply turning the water pressure down and pitting like a bowl or a colander in the bottom so it distributes it evenly. So I'm just gonna net all this junk out of here, and it's a little dirty, but that will settle. So there we are. Alright, I've scooped out most of the surface debris, and it's still a little murky, but it's actually cleared up. Already starting to clear up. If you can tell, it's gotten a little clearer. I can see the bottom again. But in the next couple hours, it should be much more clear and should look pretty nice. As these grow, you can slowly raise the water level so that you so that they grow taller and they grow thicker. You'll start shooting out more tubers once they get down into that deeper down into that substrate. And I'll keep you guys posted. I'll put updates up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, or if it was helpful, please leave a like and please consider subscribing.